His legs can twist, but that's for a transformation. If you fold the wings up, you can also give him the same sort of feel to the Phoenix. That's also for a different alternate mode that I don't think a Megazord has ever had. That's all you're going to get for the Garuda. And finally, the Sprite. A very, very, very tiny figure. Little arms, rotate about 180, but that's all you're going to get, because it's hindered by the massive dragon head on its back. Yeah. That's all the articulation you can get, unless you like them to sort of bend at the waist. It doesn't have feet, it has a big foot. Huge. And that's it. That's all it can do. I think in the TV show it can transform into a football, but I mean, you're not going to get anything much. The Phoenix, Minotaur and Mermaid each come with their own little weapon. Very plastic, grey plastic, bendable. It fits straight into his hand, so he has a sort of melee weapon. The Minotaur. What Minotaur isn't a Minotaur without a huge axe that fits into his hand, just like that. And finally, the Mermaid has this trident-like harpoon type thing. I don't know what you'd call that. That fits into her hand, very barely. I don't know if that's just my figure, but unfortunately her arms can't move, so you're not going to get much posability. Moving on to the transformation for the Megazord. I think I'm going to start off with the Minotaur. I'm going to take these back parts to his leg, fold them all the way around, making sure that his foot folds into his leg. So I'll do that again. Just fold that so his foot's there. Fold it around. That's going to be the front of the figure. There we go. Now we're going to pull out his back part to reveal inner chest, and then fold his arms, or his hands even, inwards so that his Minotaur hands are inside his forearm. Then we're just going to sort of collapse the arm in onto itself, and the little peg there, just there, will peg into that peg hole there. Just clips into place to form Megazord's arms. So do the same here, rotate round, collapse and click. Then take the Minotaur's head, fold up its horns and pull back, sort of just pull back the head, and that should pop up to form like a wizard's hat for the Megazord. I'm going to take that away, bring back the Mermaid, flip his head into his arm, so it's decapitated. Fold, completely pull it in half. Turn the feet around so they face the side and flip them up. And as you can tell, that's going to be the foot. Do the same here, flip and turn. What I like to do, I like to make sure that these parts are facing outside. So you're going to take the Megazord, attach these two clips into these two holes, and just sort of click the figure into place. Make sure it all feels right. Do the same here. click into place, allowing the Megazord to stand up straight. Now we're going to take the Phoenix and the Sprite and combine them together by decapitating the Phoenix, like we did the mermaid. Just fold his head back into his body. Fold one arm forward. The reason why, it makes things that a little bit easier. Take the Sprite, fold its feet back into there, put it out straight, so collapse it in on its own waist to form a dragon head, but we're not going to use it for a dragon just yet. There's a peg there and a peg there. I'm going to peg them into his arms there. Don't know if you can see that. So that will just clip in like that. Make a nice little click. Fold the other arm round, sort of line it up. There we go. Fold these down. Now this is where his flexibility skills come in. You just fold them into a big ball. There are multiple pegs. You just line them all up and place them into the chest of the Megazord. Might take a little bit of fiddling. Fold the head down. And we're missing one final thing. Turn the figure over. And now we can attach the Garuda. Just this sort of, I don't know what you call this type of peg, but it just fit into the middle here. And a peg here and a peg here will click together to hold it into place. Now what you can do with the Garuda is either fold its wings up like that and fold its legs up so they're nice and flat, or you can just sort of keep him attached to his back, which is what I like to do. Now remember the weapons which the Phoenix, Minotaur and Mermaid had? Well, we're going to take them all, and this little random piece, I don't know what you call it, that came with the Megazord, and combine them to form the Megazord's Mega Weapon. Just line everything up. You'll see how it goes when. So there, I've got a massive sword. Articulation for the Megazord. Arms can go all the way around. Legs can go all the way forward. And can't go back, with the same problem that the Minotaur had. And my figure has just gone haywire. But there you go. Head can't move again. And that is, oh, and knee. It does have a knee joint, so it can fold over. That's about as much as you're gonna get. The wings can fold out and then fold them out again to form like a sort of flying mode. Then you take the big sword, the massive sword, and pop it into his hand. And there we have it, the Titan Megazord. Another feature that the Titan Megazord has is the Dragon mode, and I really like this mode. I really do. So we're going to take the Phoenix and Sprite completely out. Separate the Sprite from the Phoenix. Put them to one side. Fold the Minotaur's head forward and fold out his horns. completely pull up this segment from the Garuda's chest all the way up, fold his head back to form a little peg, and just clip it into 2 little side pegs on either side. Fold the legs up into the wings, then reform the Minotaur's hands. So just pull apart the arms, clip them in, fall over the arms like so, and face them sort of forward. Then we're going to take the mermaid off and bend the legs completely forward. Then bend them all the way at the knee, so he's sort of in a squatting position, almost. But then completely collapse the Megazord feet, so they form dragon feet. I thought that was a very nice feature. Now take the sprite from earlier. We don't have to do anything to this because it's already in its dragon head mode, and simply use the hole there, peg into. Ooh. See, since the Garuda's head is very loose, it may be hard to attach it, but if you just fiddle with it, it shall do so. Now, no dragon is complete without a tail. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the sword, separate the phoenix and the mermaid's weapon, and keep them like that. Take them away. Take the mermaid and fold it all the way out. I just gotta get this right. Then attach it. So these pegs I talked about earlier go into these holes here. So this one will just go in just there. This figure is very flimsy as well, so closability is a bit annoying. Once half of it's in, take this part of the tail. Actually, what you can do, sort out my figure. Peg that bit in first, so it becomes this sort of shape. Then attach it. I'm going to move the figure forward. Then attach it, and then grab the other half. Do the same, and peg everything together. There we have a massive dragon. He is huge, and I really like the figure. Next we're going to take the phoenix, fold the legs down, clip them, fold it back, fold the head up. Simple. Next, take the combined weapon of the mermaid and the phoenix and give him both of them as one. And there is a little space at the back of the Zord. The 2 pegs just there will fit into the 2 pegs on the back of his thighs. So if you just sort of fold his legs back, attach everything into place. Like so. My figure is letting me down today. There we go. And there we have the rider. So that's what would happen when everybody come together. They'd form the Dragon Zord and kick ass. And that's it for my review. thank you for watching. This is CSP JJTJ, and I shall see you later.